I love fishing. That is what I've always known. That's all I know. My passion is competing and getting out there.
I worked super hard this week. I caught them from dam to dam on this place, 55 miles. I grew up fishing this way, catching spotted bass, and I was just right at home, and you know, I just had like a peace just come over me this morning.
Just trying to understand the little details. That's what matters nowadays.
Watch, they'll glow if they see it. Just like that, see them glow?
Making baits, going out and testing them, and then when you finally get it right and everything comes together, you got a winning combination.
I had a 20-pound 5-fish limit of spots using that bait.
Trying to get inside the mind of a bass, that's what we all strive to do.
Whenever you go to the drawing board, my mindset's like, all right, what are baits that I can make that I know that, you know, are different from a lot of them out there? Now, you can't reinvent the wheel, but you can make things a little bit different. Actions, you can change profiles a little bit. You can do a lot of different things to really separate yourself in the soft plastic industry.
Having different profiles is a big deal. That's key to me as a tournament angler.
Yes. Deal.
I think we finally realized the main forage of these fish is shad.
When you look at a shad swim, he's not swimming like a big wide swimming action. He is kicking really tight, so much you barely can see it with your eyes. And so when we designed this Mooch Minnow and we started playing around with this tab towards the tail, I didn't want a lot of resistance where there was a lot of lift. With that little tail, as it kicks at a super high frequency, which gives it just a completely different look, and that made it look exactly like the profile that the fish are really focusing on.
A lot of that resistance when you're trying to make the bait fall, it takes a lot of time. I want to get to these fish quick. This can do that and have the same subtle action as a swim bait. That tail is just back there jiving.
You know, one thing that I love about that Mooch Minnow is just how versatile it is. You can just swim it, you can shake it, sort of like the freeloader. You know, minnow profiles like this guy right here is, I mean, it is definitely the hottest ticket to generating bites.
You know, when I won Cayuga, when I won Toledo, imitating shad.
It's a little bit different. It's a great size for gizzard shad, and the whole time it's shimmying in the water.
Really been my go-to lately. I've caught a ton of fish doing that technique. I'll have that bait in a few different colors, depending on the watercolor, always rigged up. Out here matching the hatch.
So now adding the Mooch Minnow allows for me to have a finesse profile that really can be a threadfin down south. It could be small cisco, smelt, and other, you know, bait fish up north, you know, whether it's perch, small perch minnows. If you're a predator fish, you know, you eat something in this profile somewhere, depending on the color. So we have 20 different colors, so you can really dial in that forage that your fish are eating on your particular lake. And the profile of the Mooch Minnow being at 3.5 inches long, super versatile profile. I can throw it on a jig head, cast it out there and wind it. I can drop shot it. I can shake and bake it. And you can sit there and shake it and have it rock. It's gonna still allow it to roll a little bit, and it's gonna still be able to have that thing back there kicking. And that was like the #1 thing that I wanted to nail on this bait, and we knocked it out of the park.
You know, what's cool about this bait also is it's made with super TPE, and it's really stretchy. Ain't even gotta touch the bait. You can catch 20 of them on it, and it's really, really durable.
More fish per bait, and it also has a lot more of a flotation, so it floats. This is sort of a little bit different than that PVC that we have in the freeloader. Well, being able to put that on a drop shot and having that bait float up and sit there in front of those fish, you get a lot of bang for your buck with that material as well.
You know, you look at my deck all the time and I've always got spinner baits, I got jerk baits, I got swim baits. You know, having minnow style or shad looking baits on there, that technique is nothing new. It's just now we've realized the power of it, the power of catching big ones.
That is a big one. Oh my gosh.
The Mooch Minnow is a bait that I will always have on my deck. It don't matter if I'm in 8 foot or 18 foot. That is my go-to.
Oh, and we done caught a tank, son. God.
If you're really trying to match the hatch and match the profile of the bait fish, profile is everything. Having baits that do multiple things well and really well is hard to find.
Giant one, bro. I'm talking about a giant one.
I wanted to be able to create something that could do something a little bit different.
Woo! Yeah, that's a pig!
It just has that unique action that no other bait has in the market.